Persian mythological creatures. There are many different Persian mythological creatures in Iranian culture. Iran has always been intertwined with rich poetry, art and story. Some of the characters are good and peaceful, while the others are doomed and carriers of sorrow and fear. The world of these creatures is deep and widespread. Kiknuz, or phoenix, the magical bird. In Persian literature, phoenix is a rare and graceful bird that flies like no other creatures. Its voice can make other birds stop singing and its beauty is undoubtable. Kiknuz can live for 1,000 years and nothing is capable of killing it. But when the right time comes, the bird starts gathering firewood and sits in the middle of it. By singing a sorrowful song, this Persian mythological creature flaps several times to make a fire, and gets ready to burn itself in flames and rise from the ashes once again. In Persian culture, Kiknuz is the symbol of eternity and bliss. Iranians mention this bird in their conversations when they want to talk about self-development and great achievements in life. When you are in trouble and difficulty, you should think of Phoenix and believe that eventually, you will get something out of this situation and rise again stronger than before. Manticore, the playful killer. Body of a lion, tail of a scorpion, and head of a man that kills its baits in cold blood to the melody of a lullaby. The ancient tales say that Manticore, or the man-eater, is faster than any other creature that ever existed in this world. Its skin is so hard that no weapon that human beings ever invented can stand against it. The only creatures that Manticore cannot defeat are elephants. But human beings are its favorite type of food. On the cold nights of winter, when you are covering yourself with a blanket and get ready to go to sleep, when the only sound that you can hear is the sound of leaves that are moving around by breeze, Manticore announces its presence with a growl and kills its bait. Its voice is too sudden that leaves you shocked. Manticore gets closer to the poor bait slowly and uses its tail to inject poison to the bait's body. When the chosen human being cannot move or scream for help, Manticore throws out the part that is poisonous and starts eating its food. This Persian mythological creature leaves no trace of itself, except for a little bit of flesh and blood that cannot be tracked down. Dragon, or Aji the Haka. There are so many tales about powerful and adorable dragons that can get trained and help human beings in their missions. Aji the Haka is the embodiment of the demon or Ahriman in Persian mythology. In the old days, Ahriman, or demon, which stands against Ahura Mazda, or the god, created a fearsome monster to destroy all the goodness in the world and bring chaos. Ahriman did his best by giving 3 frightening heads to a huge serpent, which is the symbol of evil in Persian culture, and put it among the human beings. Aji the Haka was so powerful and it could be aware of any kinds of threats instantly. So killing it was almost impossible until a hero did something extraordinary. Feridun, who was a brave man, could not tolerate people suffering because of Aji the Haka, so he imprisoned this beast. He could not kill him at that moment because many demons could leave its corpse and capture the world. Aji the Haka is chained inside Damavand mountain until the end of the world, when Garshas, who is the greatest hero, kills it for good. Another word for Aji the Haka is Zahak. In Shahnameh, written by Ferdowsi, a great Persian poet, Zahak was the king of Iran who had a serpent on each of his shoulders. He was a tyrant ruler and used to feed young men's brains to his serpents. Eventually, Feridun imprisons him in the mountain for his day to come. Huma bird, the bird of fortune. One of the most amazing Persian mythological creatures is the Huma bird, that can change your destiny forever if it flies above your head. People describe this bird similar to Phoenix. It has a glorious body and has 2 genders inside itself. Huma flies around the world tirelessly to spread bliss and happiness. The bird never dies, and the people who even think about injuring this sacred creature will make the biggest mistake of their lives and they will be doomed. Baktak, the silent strangler. Have you ever woken up and realized that you are awake but you cannot move your body? In this situation, you may think that is a simple sleep paralysis, and you just need to wait a minute to wake up completely. But there is something else behind it. Baktak is an invisible heavy creature who sits on your chest and makes you paralyzed. You cannot move or even scream. When Baktak feeds enough of your fear, it will let you go. Tsar. The evil spirit of the south. People of the south of Iran believe that each wind has its own spirit. When these spirits find their way to your eyes and ears, you will get mad, so they say Tsar has possessed you. There are different Tsars that bring their own illness and normal physicians cannot treat you. If you are struggling with a Tsar, you need to go to a Mama Tsar or Baba Tsar who are experts. With a special ceremony called Tsargiri. Exorcism. A Mama or Baba Tsar sings special music and performs their special dances to connect to the Tsar and make it leave your body. You cannot get trained to be a Mama or Baba Tsar. This is a gift or curse that you get born with and you pass it to the next generation. Al. The invisible monster. They all say that the woman who is in labor or just gave birth to her child must not be alone. Her family and friends should be with her for at least 10 days. And she has to keep the lights on. Then you have to cover any pool in the area. Put something made of iron around her bed. And pin a needle to her dress. If not, this invisible creature finds its way through the shadows and walks on the tree's boughs with its long legs to get to the woman's house. It takes out the woman's liver and runs away. The woman will die if her liver will washed in the water. But if you can catch it soon, you save the poor woman. When the baby is born, you must bury the placenta with a piece of iron, because Al are scared of this metal. If it could find the placenta and eat it, the newborn baby would die and there is nothing you can do about it. Among Persian mythological creatures, Al is the scariest one. Its name means red, because this creature has red skin. Its long legs help it run very fast and you cannot catch it easily. Like any other type of myth, this mythical story is passed on from one generation to the next. You can find these creatures and read about them in Avesta. This book is the oldest Zoroastrian book that includes different sections, the zone of which is the stories and explanations of Persian mythology.